everyone, this is Charlotte, and this is a podcast called Chatting and Doing Stuff. Second last day of term, so I'm already wrecked. So I don't know how coherent I'll be today. I'm pretty chuffed. I mean, my official holiday doesn't start till next Tuesday because I've still got the run around afterwards, but you know, we're getting through it. A disclaimer at the start of this podcast because I talk about sensitive topics. This one's not so sensitive, I don't think. I don't think I'll be off on a tangent talking about sensitive stuff. This is just like common sense shit. And I do swear a bit, or a lot. I swear. I like it. I like it. I like it. I genuinely like people that swear more because it shows that they actually give a fuck about stuff. So you'll find these pretentious people that don't swear at all. It's like, oh, don't do that. And you see them and think, you're a wank stain, shut up. Swear. Feel your words. Stop being an arsehole. I don't do that. So I don't care. So we don't do that here. If we're going to say something, we're going to fucking mean it. Yeah, so the topic for today is living within your means. It was going to be something else, but I thought, it's a bit boring. Let's pick a topic that's more applicable to most people these days because we're all running out of money and the cost of living's going crazy. I mean, that's the whole emphasis. The whole reason I'm starting another Spartan project is to, test my skills so far. Do I remember all the things I need to do, or it's just, I want to see what happens. I love projects, so I want to see what happens. So I'm pretty stoked about that. That's happening January 1st, so everything else that I'm doing is like a lead up to it. I've got a detox from the sugar and shit. It's Christmas week at school, so we've been eating shit and sugar and just fuck it, basically. Like, everybody just eating chocolate gifts and Santa sweets and candy canes, and it's like everybody's just having fun, hyper. It's been a roller coaster of sugar highs and lows, no one's cried yet, so I think that's like a medal of honor. Alright, so living within your means. Absolutely should be living within your means, which is difficult to do in this current context because there's constant pressure for buying more, biggest, best, got to compare with the rest. It's that Instagram generation where I've got to appear like I'm doing more than I'm actually doing, if it means lying or selling myself down the river financially just to compete with these people who I deem as better than me because they got more shit. It doesn't work basically because you send yourself into debt. I mean, that's common sense. I would have thought that was common sense, but a lot of people still do it. And I don't know why. Why are you that insecure about what you're doing with your life? That you will... Oh, I've got to put the aircon on. It's like 40 degrees. That you will fake your existence. That's what I don't find. It's like... And it doesn't help when you've got a bunch of assholes that are rich, that are living this hedonistic lifestyle without, concern or consideration for anyone around them. They just say, I'm rich, fuck it, I'll do what I want. That's not in any way a kind of humane way to live. It completely negates, where's your sense of humanity, you asshole? It's like, what are you doing? Even if you've got a bit of money, I'm not got a lot of money right now. I've just finished off paying a 40 grand debt, so I'm in that in-between bit where I'm just saving up for the holidays. I might have a chunk to get me through the holidays, which aren't paid, but then my real bulk of it is paycheck to paycheck next year in February it starts. But stop. Why would you rub it in someone else's face when they ain't got any? It's cruel. But there's been an attitude change where it's like it's good to rub it in people's faces and stick it up their ass sort of thing. I got money. It's like half of them didn't fucking earn it. They may have inherited it. If you think about people like Elon Musk, who got his basis for his wealth off of I think it was an emerald mine or something in South Africa. It's like you didn't even earn that initial. That's not yours. That's someone else's did that. And off the back of other people, definitely in an emerald mine, these poor buggers that are paid next to nothing, treated basically as slaves, So it's like, this is not something to be proud of. You've got blood on your blood on your hands, basically. I mean, if you ever watched, I think it was Tears of the Sun, or was it, no, Blood Diamond. Tears of the Sun's fucking horrible. Don't watch that. Oh my god. I was like, oh, it's an interesting war movie. It's like, don't watch that. Horrible things happen in that. But Blood Diamond with DiCaprio in it, which I thought was a pretty good South African accent because I was married to a South African. all these rich fuckers that are just treating their people like shit, so they can hoard these diamonds. And then not even all the diamonds in the world are distributed. Some are held in banks and I almost said grottos then, but you know, banks and vaults, to increase the value of the diamonds which are currently in circulation. So it's not even all the diamonds. So they're torturing these people and they're hoarding all the wealth just to make sure that what they are sending out is worth a lot more than, you know, what it should be. If you released all the diamonds that are held in vaults and things like that, the value of a diamond would decrease significantly and everyone could fucking have them. It wouldn't be a problem. But because these rich elites want to stay rich, like Elon Musk, who founded his wealth on fucking emerald mines, because they want to stay at a certain level of wealth and you're better than everyone else and all this bullshit, they will hoard these things. It's disgusting, to be honest, because it's cruelty to humans. It's your own species. So I don't understand why people would do that, besides narcissism and complete arrogance. It's like financial narcissism, or in general narcissism, really. So it's cruel, it's inhumane. You've got people, for example, in my home base, UK, I've got people on the streets, I got veterans on the streets, I got old people on the fucking streets because they can't, you know, either hold down a job because there are none, or the cost of living's gone so high that even if they hold 2 or 3 jobs, they're not surviving. I got people with families wandering around, like proper, you know, like a single mum with like 3 kids or some shit, living in fucking buses or, you know, stairwells and shit. I'm going, this is not fucking right. It's a first world country. It doesn't make sense that these people are suffering even though they're trying to do the right thing. It fucks me over because every time I'm watching this shit, I'm going, this is not what it should be. And what pisses me off is it's the fucking rich people that are fucking perpetuating it. And the government which upholds the values of the rich people to perpetuate the system. That's what bugs the fuck out of me. And then these assholes get glorified as celebrities and royalty, and we're supposed to celebrate their existence by taking a day off, for example, with Prince Charles or King Charles, whatever the fuck you want to call him, he's an idiot. Where we all lose a day's pay. We're already broke. We lose a day's pay because we're forced to have a day off. Because this rich fucker needs to celebrate his narcissism even further. That's what bugs the shit out of me. It's like, you've got no grasp on the human condition as you know it because you've never been in it. You've got your own little version of what reality should be and everyone should suck your hole. And I don't agree with that at all. And I was a strong advocate for the Queen because at least she had a moral backbone, it seems. But these assholes were all marketing their own PR stunts and drama. Absolute pieces of shit at this. As far as I can see, I am so fucking, and I'm a monarchist, but it's a monarchist in the case where you should be looking after your people as an extension of your family. It's not, I've got all this shit and I'm fancy and I'm God ordained and shit like that. It's like God would not give you all that fucking money to hold it over people's head and torture them. You're a prick. That's why I'm angry about that shit. It's like, you were not given these gifts to reinforce a massive fucking ego. You're a massive one, because he's like, Charles has never been surrounded by anyone who's told him to fuck off. It's always been yes men. So it reinforces narcissism and greed, and I hate it. Anyway, that's a tangent, and I could go on that one for hours, but I fucking hate elites. I really fucking do, because they got no grasp of how to be humane. Not human, they've got their own version of what human is, but humane to other people, show some vulnerability, show some compassion. It's got no fucking idea, because they just see them as people to feed off. So you're gonna go do some shit for me so I can get more shit, so I can be better off. I don't give a fuck about your rights or whether you survive or anything. You're just a commodity that you traded and slaved off. I mean, it's a candified version of it now, but at the same time, it's still fucking ridiculous. It's candified because they say, oh, you know, we're giving you leave, we're giving you holiday deal, we're giving you superannuation or some shit like that. And it's always like, oh, well, there's an impetus to keep going, but at the same time, it's still slavery. It's like we're not really fighting for ourselves here. We're still funding some rich kid. Fucking richy rich shit, you know? That's what bugs the fuck out of me. Anyway, at a grassroots level is what I'm getting at, because I was raised in poverty. Grassroots level, I did the food banks, I did the Centrelink, which is welfare system over here. I've done that in and out my entire fucking life, whether I was a kid, whether I was a student at uni, whether I was, you know, fucked over in COVID, I've done it. I'm in and out. I know what's going on. It sucks. So the last thing you want to do at this point is try and get onto it. It's meant to be a backup. I don't know how some people live on it. Obviously, they've got some extra information that I don't know, where you can live on such a low pay and still survive. It would suck, but obviously they've got some extra skills that I think we're not, you know, we need to go and have a look at what they're doing, because they're fucking smart. If they can smile, it's like, you know stuff. Teach me. Teach me, Obi-Wan. I want to know what you're doing. I need to know how to survive. Show me. Like homeless people, for example, amazing skills at survival. I mean, they're taking on a lot of damage and shit, but they know some shit. If they can stay alive for extended periods of time, they know some shit. We should be asking them, what do you know? And sharing information. Of course, we should be helping them back, give them a leg up, because they're already suffering. But there is an emphasis on, at this point with the financial crisis, I will say that you need to live within your means. Don't buy into the capitalist consumerist bullshit where it's, you don't need this one, you need the next best thing. You can throw away this one. If it breaks, we'll buy a new one. It's like, you're just going to get into debt. We need to go back to the skill sets of either making stuff or fixing stuff. These are highly sought after skills. If you can save some money on fixing some stuff instead of just buying a new one outright, that's the best. I think we should be sharing those kinds of skills, doing, you know, service trade-offs to each other. If you know an electrician, maybe you can, and you're a plumber, you can do some plumbing for that electrician, that sort of thing. Because it saves some money, or it saves some resources, and it also builds a sense of community. That's what we should be aiming for, is to build a reinforced community, even if it's just services, but a support network. That's the best way of living within your means, because if you can get it for free, of course it's the best way to do it. Not in an exploitative sense. You got those fucking freeloaders, they're just like, I'm not going to help anyone, but I am going to benefit from this. You should always be offering something in return when it comes to building alliances. It's not the case of, it's like when you go to, someone invites you around for a dinner or a party, you never turn up empty-handed, do you? You always bring in something. Maybe it's like a box of chocolates or a cake or something. You know, you never turn up, it's just good manners to bring something with you. So know that this person is appreciated, and the gesture is in you know, in friendship. It's, you know, you don't turn up empty-handed and expect to get fed and fuck anyone else, you know. It's good manners, and it builds alliances, and it shows that you care. So it's the same within the services and the community. If we're trading off services, then you need to be able to bring something too. Help someone, do something, you know, do something. How can I repay this? I mean, it sounds transactional. Of course it isn't, to a degree. It's not like you're going to be transactional in your relationships or your family relationships or romantic relationships. When it comes to building an outer community, of course we need to be able to share. I find that, anyway, all right, so I could go on for hours about that. Very caffeinated today. The other thing we need to think about is when you're living within your means, it's like, how much of this commercialism are we buying into, where we feel compelled and pressured to buy the next best thing? How many iPhone ads are out every year? There's always a new fucking iPhone. It looks exactly the fucking same to me. I don't know how this is a better version, but apparently it's a better version. I've had the same Galaxy for about 5 years now. I've not noticed any difference. It hasn't slowed down or anything. I'm going, well, these things do last to a certain degree, so I don't feel compelled to buy the next Galaxy. I'm not an iPhone, Apple person. I'm like, give me an Android. I don't give a fuck if it's not special. Just as long as it fucking works. And that's because I'm a functionalist at heart. I don't have allegiances to brands in particular, unless I know it's like a product that I absolutely love. Like my favorite perfume is Valentino Donna. I don't have an allegiance to the entire brand, but that particular product, because I know that particular product smells a certain way, I will buy that brand. That's it. I'm not going to go out and buy a shitload of Valentino crap. To be honest, the clothes suck at this point, and I miss the original Valentino designer. When he was making all the ball gowns and stuff. He is an artist. I love his shit. I wish he hadn't retired. But the clothes they're making now is crap. So I'm like, I'll take your perfume, but I don't like your other shit. It's like, Kempi Pack Valentino, I love that guy. He's so sassy. He's gorgeous. I loved watching this documentary about him and his empire, and I'm sitting there going, oh, he's lovely. Probably sassy, but you know, they always are. But I would not have any kind of allegiance to a brand, because, you know, having worked in a factory, which claims to be a brand, I won't say which one, even the items we were packing were not that brand's items. We were using the same breadcrumbs, for example, for one brand and using them for another brand as well. So you're buying the same fucking product. It's just the packaging that's different. And I won't say which factory that was, but probably get in trouble. I don't know if it's legal what we were doing, but they were doing it. But honestly, that was when I was doing factory work in my 20s. We were packing the same shit, just changing the bag. It's like, this doesn't make sense. And people think they're buying this one brand of stuff because it's higher quality or some shit like that. It's like, you're actually buying, you know, the fucking cheapo version. It's like, you're just paying more at this point. It was at that point that I realized that this brand shit, the loyalty to brands and stuff, doesn't work. It's bullshit. It's people making money off a name. You're buying the name. Whether the product is good or not now is questionable. It used to be people used to market their entire businesses on the quality and reputation of their brand. It doesn't exist anymore. Most of this shit's made in, what is it, Sichuan, China or something like that, mainland China, and shipped out to different countries, and it's just mass produced. I'm trying to think of the province it starts with an S, I know that much. But it's, you know, it's like you're not buying a brand anymore. You're buying a name just to say you have that name on it. Realistically, the product itself is probably breakable and shitty. Because why would you create a product that can't be broken easily so you can make them buy more? They purposely make these breakable things to perpetuate the consumer cycle. The more fragile the product, the quicker it's going to break, the more you're going to think, fuck, I just broke my phone, now I have to go buy another one. If they made products to last anymore, you wouldn't be buying their shit. It would last. You'd be fine with it. That's the problem. People are like, I need the new one, or, you know, you're set up in a system which is perpetuating that mindset of, I either need to compete for my image, which is perpetuated again by the Instagram generation of living outside your means to give this illusion that you're better than you are because you've got more shit or better shit, and it is shit. You don't need that. If you had any kind of decency as a human being, you'd be looking at acts and deeds which promote a better quality socially, a more contributing image, you know, to society. You'd be looking for good deeds. And even then you got to be careful because people are like virtue signaling. So they're doing it with a camera. Like all these, they give me the shits. They do. These people that go out and they'll film themselves giving stuff to homeless people. I mean, I feel sorry for the homeless people because already they're in the shits. And this is embarrassing. This is a matter of pride. If you've been homeless and someone's handing you shit, you already feel shitty for taking it, but you have no real choice. Now you've got some fucking 20-year-old TikToker in your face saying, look how great I am, I'm giving this person who can't handle their shit. Seemingly is a horrible way to look at it. Aren't I a good person for helping this person? It's like you're looking for that updo and that social inclusion and self-promotion, but realistically, you're embarrassing the homeless person. If you care that much about it, don't film it, just help the person. Why does everything have to be some kind of trophy and look how great I am, I'm a wonderful human being? It's like, are you that insecure that you need constant external validation as to what you should be doing as the right thing anyway? Just do it, stop being little shit, you know? It's that praise me, I'm still doing the right thing, I'm included, I need to help, you know. It's like, just if you believe these things, you would just do it. You wouldn't need a camera in your fucking face. You wouldn't need someone recording it with fucking editing skills just to get you in the best fucking light. Just do the fucking act and stop being a twat. You know, it bugs the shit out of me. It's like, because all this shows me is that you don't actually believe that. You're only doing it for the updates. You're doing it for the likes. It's like, go be real. Go and actually live like one of them for a while to understand them better. Like, you have like Keanu Reeves, who used to go and sit with homeless people in the street to understand them better. So we assume. Or help them without seeking some kind of credit for it. That is real charity. It fucking bugs the shit out of me. These people only want to help when they can get something out of it. And these channels that are TikTokers, they're all funded with AdSense and stuff like that. So they're only really doing charity to get money back from you know, promoting someone else's business on their site while they're being filmed, showing them doing charity. It's not genuine charity, it's fake. And everyone's like, oh, they're a good person. It's like, oh, you're doing this thing for us. They're not genuinely doing it. They're not doing it from their insides. They're doing it maybe mentally because they think it's going to get them something. That's not charity. That's a business. That's, I will only help someone so much as I can get some money out of it, or I can get some attention out of it, or I can build my brand out of it. That's not charity. Charity is free. It is respecting the dignity of the person receiving it. Dignity's gone out the fucking window for the sake of looking like you're doing the right thing. There's no consideration of the person. There's no consideration of humility. Gives you the shits. Gives me the shits. Decency's gone out the window, you know? It's like, well, how can I market myself to the biggest degree so I get the most attention, even if it means embarrassing myself and doing dumb shit? Can I come over? Because I want to come over. Butt plug. Right. They speed up so you can't merge or come over to the next lane. Would you just go already? I am so caffeinated today. Oh, you asshole. Why? Come on. Get your shit together. It's Thursday, Wednesday. It's Wednesday. 2 more days. So live within your means, of course, because, you know, you don't want to be in a situation where you've got some asshole with a TikTok phone going, I'm special. No. For your own self-respect and pride, look after yourself in a financial sense, because chances are there's no one coming to bail you out in that anyway. People are looking for a free ride. I find that a lot as well. People look for a free ride. There is no free ride. Everything's a loaded gun. Why are you looking for a free ride? There's always something that has to be paid for that. Even with Centrelink, when I was growing up, we constantly had to justify why we needed that payment. It's like, we're near enough homeless. Yeah, but how homeless? Like, are you on the street now? It's like, well, we're heading that way with 4 kids and all we got is a fucking Tarago. It's like, don't you think we need somewhere to live? It's like, well, tell us when you lose the house and then we might help you. It's welfare is a fucked up system. It's the appearance of helping without actually fucking helping. As the government trying to get their updates and stuff. We're a business, we're not actually a charity. Even though you paid into it with your taxes, we're just going up here to give a fuck. And then we'll use the excuse that, well, there's someone that might need it more. There's never someone... There is and there isn't. But at the same time, they'll give those people the same fucking hassle they'll give you. It's like, why do you think you deserve it? It's because I paid into it. They're an arsehole. The government is full of assholes that are more concerned with upping their own pay and getting bonuses and shit like that and taking paid holidays out of the, you know, government purse than actually looking after the people on the welfare. This is the corrupt system we exist in, and it fucking gives me the shits because it's not what it was designed for. I mean, we went to the explicit purpose of having the House of Commons and things like that in Parliament so that the people who need help are protected. And then you get a bunch of, what are you doing? Then you get a, fuck off, buddy. Kids. Then you get a bunch of people who are profiteering off that, and now they distance themselves from the common people because they're getting that better paycheck, and they just don't give a fuck. They're like, I've taken on this job where I'm uber paid. I'm supposed to be looking after my constituents, but fuck it. I've got a nice big house now. I can just put some big walls up and keep myself separate from the people. It bugs the shit out of me. As soon as these fuckers get a little bit of wealth or power, they just go nuts. It's like, you've forgotten your fucking purpose. Why would we give you this shit if we weren't expecting you to help people? Take it away. I'm sick of this. You know, just take it out of their hands because they're not using it properly. Why would I give a child a loaded gun? No, take it out of their hands. They're a danger to themselves and others. You know, it pisses me off. Again, that's the functionalist in me approaching. So, you know, you should be, if you're given something, it's got a purpose, go and use it for its purpose. Don't just sit there. It's not fucking decoration. Decoration is not a purpose. It's an offset quirk. You know? I'm annoyed. To say I'm annoyed is an understatement. But that's only because I've been raised through that whole circumstance of just having nothing and then watching these assholes get it, but misuse it. And it's like, fucking bastards. Anyway, living within your means. I'm gonna have to because I've got about 5 minutes and I'm gonna be at work. Trying try and separate yourself from the practice of the, you know, needing to buy the newest, the latest, to keep up with the Joneses. Even if you have bought into the thing where I deserve it, you may deserve it, but at the same time, have you worked towards it? Are you living outside of, what are you doing? Maybe living outside of, like, are you looking at yourself like you deserve it? It's like, is it reasonable to have these things? Like, for example, at the moment, I could afford a $900,000 house if I wanted to get myself into that much debt. Is it reasonable for me to do it knowing how much stress I would be putting on myself to take on such a loan? No. So I bought a house that's half that, because it makes more sense. It's like, I'm not going to live outside my means, because I look at my brother and I look at what he's done, and he's done the big house and the big car and the big family because he wanted to keep up with whatever to be honest, this is his wife wanted. His wife is one of those people that likes the look at what I'm doing shit. He himself isn't like that. He's just useless with money, which I have found out a couple of times. But he is so stressed out and in debt and trying to keep up with this shit and her demands and all this extra stuff that he is not well. And it's, you know, it's stressing him out just so he can say that he has this property and his wife's happy. She's never happy. She's never going to be happy because she's not happy with herself, to be honest. She is underperforming and she's taking it out on him. That's the way I see it, but that's my own little bitchiness going on. I'm still pissed off with her. I pissed off with a lot of people. Am I? I don't know. Might be the caffeine speaking. Oh, you bitch, you took my spot. That's my spot, dick. It's my spot. It's like Sheldon. I don't know if you watched that show. Sheldon Cooper with his couch. That's my spot. Anyway, what is that? Big Bang Theory. But you know, it's important that you assess, and I have to wind it up. It's important that you assess what you are living as currently and look at it realistically. Even when I create a budget, I overestimate the expenses in it because I'd like to make sure that I have something left over. Even if the bill doesn't come up to the full amount, I still have some left over in case it reoccurs or there's a chance for an over exaggeration. Don't put yourself into debt by being silly with your finances. I'm looking forward to the project I'm starting on January 1st because it will give me a chance to reassess whether I've picked up the skills I need to you know, make sure I'm living within my means, and I'm looking at my finances humbly. And I'm assessing it accurately, because if you get up your own arse and assume I deserve a fucking Maserati and a big house and all that shit, that's how you get in debt and you go into the street. It's like over consuming your finances, and eventually, you know what it is when you overeat. Eventually you throw up. You screw up your life. You've ruined your party dress, and now you're just embarrassed in front of all the boys. So you don't want to don't ask me if I've done that. I was a fat kid once. But you know, you got to be careful with what you're doing with your money. It's still a tool. It's not a right, should I say. It is a tool to use, a gift. Use it wisely and sparingly, because you never know when you're going to get it again. That's what I'm saying. Be thrifty if you can. And the skills you build up when you're being thrifty, as I did with my childhood when we were broke as fuck, will help you move towards better goals and more constructive ways of using the money when you're not as, you know, broke. So that's what my goal is with the Spartan project. Anyway, I know there's a bit of a ramble, but I'm hoping you guys have a fantastic Wednesday. If you're a teacher in Western Australia, shout out to the teachers who are suffering. Fuck Christmas week. I'm so over it. I hate Mariah Carey at this point. I'm so sick of Christmas parties and concerts and that fucking elf on the shelf and 6-7. I'll kill him. Have a fantastic, one more day to go. Have a fantastic Wednesday. We got this, okay? And if you're moving your classroom around, oh my God, get the kids to do it, because it is so much crap usually. Take it easy, and I'll do one more podcast tomorrow, hopefully, on an interesting topic. But generally, just chill. Okay, we got this. And I'll see you tomorrow.